Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you're new to the channel, my name is QP and I make beauty, fashion, and lifestyle videos. So if you happen to like this video, be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at qp.life. Alright, so today I'm really excited because I have another beauty video for you guys. So I know that's been a trend for YouTubers who actually follow other YouTubers' makeup tutorials. And so I figured in this video I would do just that. If you guys have been following me, you know that I tend to lean more towards like the warm tones. I really like that for my face, and that's just kind of my preference. I like a more natural look. So in this video, my goal was to find a makeup look that definitely challenges my comforts, something that I would never really go to like in real life and do on my own. So I decided to do a NikkieTutorials look. I looked on her YouTube and I found a look that is very bold, but yeah, I think I have all of the colors. I actually don't have the exact makeup products that she uses in her video just because, you know, there's so many different makeup items. So I'm going to improvise with what I have in my makeup collection and try to get the same look as best as I can. I think I have it for the most part. Some of the shades are not exactly the same and not exactly as bold, which I'm really sad about, but we're just gonna go with it. Alright, so first off is foundation. I'm using Giorgio Armani mixed with some Fenty Beauty. NikkieTutorials actually really likes her full coverage foundation, and I find that to be the case with Fenty. Giorgio Armani is actually more on the medium side, but this is a little bit too light for me, so I'm gonna mix these two and hopefully get a good shade. Normally she likes to use like a sponge to apply her makeup. Luckily in this video she's using a brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with what she is using. Another thing that NikkieTutorials does is she applies foundation onto her lips, which I think is a little bit strange. It's not something that I normally do, but we're just gonna go with it today. Okay, so next she applies concealer underneath her eyes, and then using a sponge she buffs it in. And then she comes in with a setting powder. Now the one that she uses, she says, has a little bit of shine and shimmer to it, and this one is pretty matte. So I think what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of highlighter powder to this, and hopefully I can kind of get that same look. And then she goes on to apply a primer onto her eyelids. Alright, and then next she applies a highlight onto her brow bone. I'm gonna pause for a second here because her eyes are microbladed, so she doesn't have to do them. Either that or she did them without going over it in the video. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and do my eyebrows so that it looks like hers. I'll be right back. And boom, the magic of television, I now have eyebrows. Okay, so as I mentioned before, she now applies some highlighter underneath the brows. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Sugar Kit, or Sugar Glow Kit, I don't know. And I'm gonna use the shade Starburst. It looks like that is the closest shade to what she's using. So now let's finally get into the eyeshadow application. The first shade that she applies onto her eyelid is this shade Berry Bites from her eyeshadow palette. Now, I don't have a shade that is that berry. The closest I have is this Peach Punch from this Just Peachy palette.
And I'm first dipping into that berry shade called Berry Bite, and that is going in the crease.
So she was able to get it to kind of wing out, and she's using this like fluffy brush, which I honestly like have no idea how she did that. I am going to go in with a finer brush and maybe try to create that look.
And then on that same brush, a 227 by Zoeva, I'm just buffing out the edges by using soft circular motions. Then now going in with the color Zen and blending this right above. On the outer part of the lid, I'm applying Opera. And then on the lid, I'm applying this gorgeous shimmery pink color called Rosita.
So since I don't have a shade similar to Rosita, I'm going to use the rose pink shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I'm gonna mix that with a little bit of the Starburst highlighter. She then applies like a glittery, almost like a silver white shade onto that shimmer part. I don't have a glitter gel like she's using, so I'm going to improvise with this white eyeshadow right here and just apply that on. Maybe I'll apply it on wet or something.
Then for the actual cat wing liner, I'm starting my wing from the bottom lash line going towards this portion here. Okay, now I'm gonna drag this back to the lid to create my wing. And I'm picking up that berry shade and the darker shade from the outer corner and using this to buff up my lower lash line. And putting Zen on the inner third. Now see this little gap here? That is exactly what you want. This is gonna give you that extreme modern cat eye feel. And I'm filling that up with a white liquid liner. Just like that, yummy.
Okay, it's not as white or bright, but I think it gets the job done.
Now of course I'm also extending my inner corner with a liner.
This one's gonna be tricky because my eye shape is not like hers at all, but let's just try it. So before I put the lashes on, I'm going to do the same thing to my right eye, and then I will come back, put the lashes on, and show you guys the finished eye look. Okay, so eyes are done, lashes are on, mascara is on. I put mascara on the bottom lash just to kind of even it out a little bit. So after that, she starts bronzing and contouring her face. I'm coming in with the Hoola Benefits. This is my favorite bronzer contour. And she actually does it pretty high up on her cheekbones. So I'm going to follow suit here. And then she comes in with blush, and her blush looks like it's like a coral shade. That's actually kind of similar to the Peach Punch that we used before for the eyes. I'm gonna use that mixed with a little bit of the Just Peachy from the Just Peachy palette. Okay, so she doesn't show contouring her nose, but I think she did that as part of her like contouring step. So I'm gonna go back and contour my nose. Okay, so it looks like she's also coming in and highlighting with some of that same highlighter she used before. And then for lips, it looks like she's doing like this burgundy sort of color, like a dark plum red. So I'm gonna go in with this Sin by MAC. My lips are so dry from the foundation. Okay, change of plans. I'm going to do a liquid lip first, just so I can get some moisture on my lips, and then I'll add that on top. Okay, so here is my final look. I'm gonna put my hair down, see if it looks a little bit better with my hair down, since this is such a dramatic look. Honestly, guys, I'm actually pretty impressed with this look. I think the application for like a deeper set eye and like a hooded eye is so different, and it just looks so different when you're done. And with this technique, with this application that NikkieTutorials covered, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, I like this. Obviously, this is a lot more dramatic than I normally am used to. I definitely can see, you know, maybe not having the eyeliner being so bold and still having this be a really, really cute look to go out. I think it's really pretty. I think it just, yeah, it's very bold, very glam. And again, something that is out of my comfort zone, but I'm so glad that I tried it. With NikkieTutorials, this is the first tutorial that I've ever tried of hers. Actually, this is the first tutorial that I've ever followed fully for makeup. And to be honest, like, if I were a beginner and I didn't know what to do, like, I would be kind of lost following her tutorials, because she doesn't really go into details when she's applying her makeup. So for someone who knows makeup, they could probably follow along just fine, but for a beginner, I feel like she's not detailed enough, and it could be really, really confusing, especially because, you know, I mentioned before, she did a contour step, but she didn't show that she contoured her nose. She didn't do her eyebrows, and I feel like eyebrows are really, really important for this particular look. But other than that, I am really, really digging this look. I think it's really pretty. Sorry, my hair is just kind of crazy just because I just took it out of the ponytail. But overall, you guys, I actually had so much more fun trying to recreate this tutorial than I thought I would. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much because, you know, I was so intimidated before and it never turned out well, and I was just afraid it was gonna just look crazy. And it isn't horrible, you know? Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? This is like a little bit too much for me, or do you think I can pull this off, maybe even if I like kind of tone it down a little bit? I don't know. Let me know all of that in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to click on that subscribe button right there and hit that bell notification so you can see more videos like this. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!